Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and today I'm joined once again by my lovely daughter, Georgie. Hello, Georgie.
Hello.
Now, you may remember I did a little recording with Georgie a few days ago, and Georgie has come back from New Zealand, where you've been over there for a year.
Yeah.
You've never been there before. You went with a friend.
That's true, yeah.
And in our previous video, Georgie was telling me what it was like to go there for the very first time, explore
The differences and
all that sort of stuff.
bits,
Yeah. And your original plan, if I remember rightly, was to go over to New Zealand, get a job, do a bit of touring, and just sort of go all the way
Bounce
around,
around, yeah, but-
and change jobs and just sort of work enough so that you could explore. But actually, that's not what happened.
No.
You got a job and you made that your base.
Yes, I ended up settling in Queenstown pretty much the whole time
Yes.
I've been there.
So we did that story, and that was very interesting. Then afterwards, you said, "Oh, but I've got another story about when I went travelling with my friend Amy, and we slept or stayed in the car."
Yes. Yep.
So this is very intriguing because you're 26,
26.
and Amy's a similar sort of age.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, and you've been school friends for years.
Known each other since we were 5, so
Wow,
a long time.
Long time. Whose idea was it to go to New Zealand out of the pair of you, or did you just both come up with the idea?
She'd already done Australia, so she'd done travelling for 2 years, and she'd come home and she wasn't sure whether to carry on travelling or to settle down and have a mortgage and all
Right.
that sort of jazz.
And you had done a bit of that.
I'd done a bit of that and kind of jumped out of that quite quickly and wanted to do the travelling side. And I said to her, right, well, you want to go to New Zealand, I want to go to New Zealand, let's do this together.
Yes, and of course, as a parent's point of view, although I was wary of you going to New Zealand, but at least you were going with a friend. But originally you were going to go, and then you were both going to go your separate ways.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you didn't.
No, we both settled in Queenstown.
So you bought a car.
I did, yeah.
What
pretty
kind of
quick.
car is it?
It's a Toyota Caldina.
That's a big, big-ish
It is
car.
quite a big car, yeah. From what I'm used to, it's
Because
definitely
you,
bigger.
at the moment, you've got a Peugeot 207.
206.
206, that's right. I've got
Same
a Peugeot
difference.
207. And it's a tiny little hatchback.
Yeah,
and so this is a
small.
much longer
A
car.
lot bigger car, yeah.
So you have so far, you've gone there, you've got this job, you're having a great time, party, work, going on all the wonderful extreme sports stuff, the snowboarding and all of that. And then you decide, I've got enough money, I'm going to go touring. Tell us about how that works.
Yeah, so I ended up buying 2 tickets to see 2 different bands in Auckland,
Right.
which is the complete opposite island.
So you're in Queenstown.
I'm in Queenstown.
On the South Island.
And bought tickets to Auckland to see 2 bands. And
At the same venue.
At the same venue, days apart.
Right.
And then thought I'll figure out how to get there afterwards. And
Oh, I see.
decided.
So you just bought the
I
tickets.
bought the tickets and then decided why not turn it into a road trip, and then me and Amy could see more of New Zealand.
Yes.
As we'd kind of settled quite a while. It's been maybe over 6 months.
So you didn't think about taking a train or anything like that?
No.
No, I know you said something that there are fewer trains.
As far as of what I've seen, I've not seen any trains. Maybe there might be some sort of
long distance.
Well, I've not seen any long distance. Maybe short distance in sort of Auckland or the big cities.
Oh,
but,
right.
As far as I'm aware, I've not seen any. It's more flying or driving.
Oh, okay. So you decided to go on the road trip, and you've got this car, second-hand car.
Yep. Yeah.
And are you insured at this point?
No.
No insurance, because you don't need insurance.
It's not legal
Right.
to have insurance, so no insurance
Wow.
on the car. No.
Isn't that amazing? And so 2 girls set off, and you're going to sleep in the car.
That's right. So I'd already kind of started developing the car so I could sleep in it.
And how do you just explain what you mean by that?
So I'd taken the back seats out, or at least
Right.
the bit that you put your bum on, not the back bit. Taken those out and built curtains
Oh, okay.
for the inside and looped up some fairy lights inside as well. Started to kind of get a bit of a camp in the car.
So it's like instead of a camper van, it's a camper car.
That's it.
Camper car.
Yeah.
Right. And was that comfortable?
It was all right actually. An airbed made all the difference.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
And it was, I mean, you couldn't just about sit in it. luckily the car was quite tall, so I
Right.
mean, I'm not too big, so I could just about sit up in it. And Amy had a tent, so we weren't both in the car. So yeah, that would
And the
have been-
weather presumably is on your side.
It was,
when you-
yeah. It rained once the whole month that we were
Oh,
driving
right.
around. So we were.
So you went for a month.
went for a whole month. Yeah.
Gosh, 30 days. So what did you do about, your normal ablutions and getting electricity to charge up batteries, all those sort of things?
So we stayed every now and again. We stayed at a nicer campsite, so we could use the showers, charge up our phones and all our electronics, and yeah, just kind
So
of
you
reset.
weren't so you weren't just sort of going into lay-bys or into the sort of middle of absolute nowhere.
No, so it is possible to do that sort of freedom camping. There's a lot of places where it's very strict and you can get fined. But because we had the tent, it was harder to kind of just pull over and
Right.
and
Yeah,
camp,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah. So basically campsites.
But there's a lot of free campsites or just $10
free
campsites.
ones.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Wow. So and $10 over there is what? It's equivalent to about
£5.
£5.
Yeah.
Wow. So really cheap travelling.
Yeah, very cheap.
What's the
Apart from the petrol.
apart from the petrol? Yeah. So tell us about some of the things that happened then as you were driving around.
Yeah, we were very lucky. Like I said, it rained once. We were expecting it to be
Right.
that we'd get somewhere and we'd have to quickly try and set up in the rain. But we were very lucky. There wasn't any issues with the car.
Gosh,
I
that
know.
is amazing. So what was the landscape like that you were driving through?
Yeah, that was very different than what it is here. So a lot of it is very windy. It's very.
You told me
windy
about a
roads.
road.
Yeah, this is in Queenstown. There's a skipper's road where you're basically driving on the side of a cliff, and where you can't turn around or anything like that.
Is this like one of these roads that you see in the movies where there's a sheer drop and it goes down for miles?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty.
And you were driving down this one-track windy road with the
Dirt
sheer
road,
drop.
yeah, with a bit of the mountain going over you and like rubble down from the side of the cliff. Yeah, it's a bit different than here.
Oh my God! And then you were told later on that was one of the most dangerous
Yeah,
roads.
it was. Yeah.
Glad you
Wouldn't
didn't tell me
recommend
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So
yeah, no, but landscape wise, it's so green that it almost looks like someone switched saturation up.
Oh,
over there.
really?
Yeah, there's a lot of places you drive through and it's very hilly and very, very green.
is that because it does get a lot of rain?
Yeah, I think so.
And then a lot of
And it's
sunshine?
just really well looked after. New Zealand really look after their environment.
They run out with a watering can and make sure it's all lush.
That's it, everyone.
Blimey. That's incredible. So did you stop and go off on sort of, leave
Little
the car
trips.
and go on walking trips
Yes,
and photograph trips?
Yeah, so we did. There's quite a lot of famous things in New Zealand to go see, like Hobbiton, for example.
Hobbit Inn.
Hobbiton.
Oh, Hobbiton.
So from
Is that a
the-
homemade? Is that a recent town made from the books of the Hobbit?
Yeah, so it was for the Lord of the Rings films, the originally, and it was this whole town built as Hobbiton. I can't remember what it is called.
So
in
is it the set that they
it's
used?
the set, yeah. So there
Oh, I
was
see.
like one fake tree that they had made, and each individual leaf was hand painted.
Oh my
And you
goodness.
could walk around this place.
Is that still there?
It's still there, yeah.
Oh,
so that's a
heavens.
big tourist attraction.
Yes.
So
I can imagine.
Kind of have to. It's one of those things you have to kind of go and see.
Yeah. No, definitely. Well, that's interesting.
And there's also like glowworm caves as well. So we went and had a look at the glowworm caves.
What natural
Natural
glowworm caves?
glowworm
What was that
caves.
like?
That was incredible. Almost like looking up at stars.
So you're in a cave,
Yeah.
and it's obviously dark, and then what? There's like loads and loads of.
Loads of little glowworms, yeah, and you have to be very quiet, otherwise they kind of hide.
Do they just turn
They
their
just
lights
turn the
out?
lights off, yeah, because they're trying to catch all the bugs with
So
their
do they
lights.
sparkle a bit? I mean,
Yeah,
do they like turning
it
on and
kinda-
off?
Yeah, it kind of looks a bit sparkly, but yeah, that
That would be a bit
incredible.
amazing. Imagine it if you were able to sort of walk around where all the glowworms were and sort of clap and actually affect
Create
the-
a little
the-
animation.
yeah, like the lights coming on and off.
Yeah.
So you got to your bands okay?
Yeah, got there fine.
Car didn't overheat.
No, nothing wrong with the car. It was
And
solid.
what sort of distance was that? Thousands of miles?
Oh, I can't remember how.
Because I mean, for a month, it must have been.
It was long, and Amy doesn't drive as well, so
You did
I
all the
did all
driving?
the driving. Yeah,
And you had nobody come up, no arguments, no punch-ups. Everybody was reasonable.
yeah. Everyone's lovely over there. Everyone kind of looks after each other and are very helpful.
And would you do it again?
100%.
100%.
Yeah, we'd do it again.
It's good, and it's good fun just living in the car.
Yeah, it's great fun kind of living without technology taking over, kind of no makeup, all a bit messy.
And I guess no one there to criticise you or say anything.
Yeah, and just eating soup most of the time.
I was going to say, what did you eat?
We had a camping stove and a saucepan and a little camping tray, so anything that we could kind of cook up on that. But the first few nights we were pretty nice to ourselves. We did like stir fries, and then towards the end we were just like, we'll just get soup. We ended up living off soup pretty much the whole time.
Because it was easy.
It was easy.
And as you said, you've got loos and all those sort of things.
Yeah.
On your.
There's a lot of public.
And you must have met lots of nice people.
Yeah, a lot of nice people.
And were other people doing similar things to you?
Yeah, you drive around and you're often seeing there's like camper vans that people have rented, and you see them and they're obviously doing the same sort of
but
thing.
you were in your homemade camper car.
Camper car, yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and you're going back. Georgie's been here for a week and a half. You're only going back in a few days' time.
Yeah, I know, it's gone quick.
It's going quick. Are you looking forward to going back?
I am.
Yeah. It's cold because it's winter here, and it'll be the beginning of summer over there.
And it's dark here now where it's winter, so yeah, it'd be nice to have the summer. The summer there is fun in Queenstown. There's so much to do, and I'm looking forward to doing another trip in the car, but more of the South Island.
Oh, amazing.
Drive around and see more of that.
Well, do keep us in touch.
Yes.
And send us the pictures. Georgie, it's been wonderful to have you back on the show again.
Thank you for having me.
The last video that we did is out there, so do check that out. It's had lots of good comments and lots of people who are very interested in doing something similar, young people, older people who are interested in that experience. So
there is a lot of help on the internet, I have to say. I had to do a lot of research, so just go and do it.
Yeah, there we are. Very positive. And you are hoping to go around Australia later on?
Yes, that's my next plan. Yeah,
so we'll learn about that.
And that's a lot bigger. I don't know about driving around Australia
I don't
as
at the
much.
moment because they've got a lot of bushfires going on over there. Anyway, that's it. We've run out of time, unfortunately, but thanks to Georgie for that and insight. I'm feeling a lot more confident that now when you go back that you're able to look after yourself. And do thank Amy for being there for you.
Will do.
The thought of you being completely on your own would be too much. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, become a patron, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment if you've done that sort of thing before. We'd love to hear from you. And wish Georgie well on her journey ahead.
Thank you.
Not least the 31 hours in the air you had last time coming here.
Yeah, that's long. Yeah.
That is long. Till next time, thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.